Wow, banning gas stoves, is that what's next?
A new study has found that gas stoves in California homes are leaking some level of a cancer-causing chemical. This study looked at homes across the state and found moderate levels of benzene from homes in the Bay Area.
That's right, that might be what's next on the next attack involving fossil fuels. Because it fits right in there, right? That's how we cook, that's how we boil water, that's how we stay warm. It feels like they're just knocking us down on every level. How many of you out there have a gas stove? Or gas heat for that matter? Funded research stacking the deck on possibly enforcing more regulations, possibly outlaw our gas stoves due to our safety. Or is it just another ploy to get rid of fossil fuels so that we can have a green, clean future? Well, do like I do, follow the money and figure out who's funding the studies. Finding out who's funding the studies gives you a better, bigger, clearer picture real quick. An upcoming concern you should know coming up next. Special welcome to all the subscribers. If you're brand new here, like news that affects you, emergency preparedness how-tos, prepping tips weekly, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Okay guys, you can look at this in two ways. Either you're worried about the benzene, which they're saying's coming out of your gas-powered stoves. That is of the 88% of the population who use natural gas. Also in concern with the benzene and the EPA linking that to leukemia. And of course, other health concerns as well. Or on the flip side, you're thinking this is just another avenue, another road being paved to eliminate fossil fuels. And of course, fuel the movement of green energy and all of that. But let's get you guys what's being reported right now. And then I did you the favor on following the money to see who just is behind all of these studies, which could be a bit concerning in the means of what comes next. It's like possible new levels of control and the agenda behind these studies. Further worrisome, the future of your gas range. For starters, where was this study taking place?
For many Californians, their gas stove could be leaking benzene into their homes. Benzene is a hazardous air pollutant and chemical linked to cancer. Eric LaBelle is a senior scientist at PSC Healthy Energy that led the study across the state. He says the highest concentrations of benzene leaks were found in the Los Angeles area, followed by moderate levels in the Bay Area. The findings published Thursday in Environmental Science and Technology.
California, right? Big surprise. But you guys need to pay attention on what's happening in California because that kind of gives you an indicator of what's coming next.
We tested in San Francisco, we tested in Oakland, took some in San Jose, up and down the peninsula, a few others outside of Oakland on the East Bay. But the Bay Area was not low by any means, let's say that.
Using a device connected to the stove, LaBelle says a team of researchers checked for leaks from gas stoves while they were off. The levels were low enough that they could not be detected by smell. In every sample except for one, benzene was found. Benzene is on the EPA's list of hazardous air pollutants. It's linked to leukemia. LaBelle says it's a reproductive toxin and can cause disorders in the blood. Health experts say if benzene accumulates in the body over a person's lifetime, it can increase health risks.
So how dangerous are they saying this is?
The highest emitting stoves and some of the stoves with the highest concentrations of benzene have the potential to create indoor concentrations of benzene in your house as would be comparable to living with a smoker.
So let's take a wild guess on what their solution is.
LaBelle says the leaks are either coming from the connection between the stove and a pipe in the wall or a leak in the appliance itself.
The only sure way to avoid these emissions is to phase out from gas appliances.
So with that, I would always recommend having a good air filter, use your fan above your stove, and crack a window for fresh air, especially when you have an open flame of any kind.
If that's not an option, turn on your exhaust fan or open a window in your kitchen, though that doesn't entirely eliminate the risk.
So you guys are probably thinking, what's coming next? Well, they'll probably start banning the hookup of gas in new construction. Wait, they've already started.
Berkeley became the first city in the U.S. to ban gas hookups in most new homes in 2019. Other Californias have since followed suit.
So some of you might be thinking, well, isn't there detectors out there that could detect this? Yes, there's detectors out there, but they say they won't work because the levels are way too low.
Now, there is a natural gas detector that you can plug into an outlet. It costs about $65, but really that's just going to detect much higher levels of methane that would pose an explosion risk and not necessarily find those low levels that were found in these tests.
So that's right, guys. That's how they start it. That's how they start that kind of a movement. They start prohibiting it in new construction, in which they've already started. So you might be thinking, what's next? How does it affect me? Well, I have gas too. I'm guessing that something they could do is probably tax the folks who already have gas ranges as a precursor to eliminating it altogether. That's right, banning it. That's what they want to do. Okay, so who did the study?
88% of people have gas in their home.
Eric LaBelle is a senior scientist at PSE Healthy Energy that led the study across the state.
The company is PSE. They're all about clean energy and energy in the environment. All about the energy future. So now you might wonder, who funded the project? Well, from what I looked up, it looks like the PSE is mostly funded by the Schmidt Family Foundation. And guess who they have tight ties with? Old Billy Gatesy. And they got their hands all up in the World Economic Forum. So with that, doesn't take a bright individual to figure out where the future is with all of this. As always, I will keep you posted if I find something that I think affects you. So aside from that, we have bought a year's worth of meat from farmers. How we're storing it and how we're preserving it in this video right up here if you guys missed it. With that, keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing, guys. We'll see you on the next one.